We open our story with Inspector Jim and Big Red, the fire safety robot, having a day off from the fire department, just relaxing and having a picnic.
What a nice day for a picnic, Jim. It's beautiful here. Thank you for bringing me.
Oh, I'm glad you could come, Big Red. You deserve it. You've been working very hard. Oh, it's so peaceful here. Oh.
Jim must have been tired. This would be a good time for me to rest my circuits. What's that? I don't believe it. Jim, wake up.
Huh? What is it, Big Red?
Look, a flying saucer. A flying saucer probably filled with green monsters.
Calm down, Big Red. I don't see anything. Are you okay?
Yes, Jim, I'm fine. There was a flying saucer, and it was right there over your head.
Flying saucer, huh? I think you have been working too hard. When we get back, I better check you out for loose wires.
Jim and Big Red packed up and cleaned their area. Red was still sure that he had seen a flying saucer, and Jim was sure that there was something wrong with Red.
Now, I'll drop you off at my house, Red. You go in and relax.
Okay, Jim.
I need to go to the store for an electronic tester, but I'll be back soon to test your wiring.
Okay, Jim, but I'm really fine.
Well, just to be on the safe side, Red, I want you to take it easy, okay? I'll be back in a little while.
Big Red passed Mrs. Brady's house on the way to Jim's house.
How am I ever going to get anyone to believe that I saw a flying saucer?
Big Red, you saw a what?
Oh, hi, Mrs. Brady. I saw a flying saucer, but Inspector Jim doesn't believe me.
Now, Big Red, you'll have to admit that's kind of a wild story.
But I did see one. It was silver and white, and look... just like that one!
You're right, Big Red. It's a flying saucer.
Yeah, and it's probably full of green monsters. Let me out of here!
Easy, Big Red. They're probably friendly.
I hope so, because I think something's coming out.
You're right, and they're green. But they're so cute.
Cute?
I think they look just like you, but green.
Maybe they are cute.
Greetings, Earthlings! We are from the planet Robotron. I am Tron. This is Alpha, and this is Delta.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Brady, and this is Big Red.
We know all about Big Red. He is a fire safety expert. He is why we're here.
I am. What do you want with me?
We know that you are a fire safety expert, and on Robotron we have many fires. Well, we were hoping you could teach us fire safety. When we return, we'll teach everyone else.
Fire safety? Sure, I'd be glad to.
Big Red, let's go through my home and inspect it. You can show them how to make homes fire safe.
Good idea. Let's go. You have a nice home, Mrs. Brady.
Thank you, Big Red. I'm glad you're here to inspect my home for fire hazards.
Is it important to have your home inspected?
Yes, everyone should make a check of their own home to make sure it is free of fire hazards.
Never give fire a place to start. Right, Big Red?
Right. Let's start here in the living room.
All recorders on. We must record this information.
Many homes have fireplaces or wood stoves.
Do they help keep you warm?
Yes, they do, but they can be dangerous. They get hot, so things that burn must be kept away. If people have fireplaces, the screen must be closed when they have fires.
Does this keep the fire inside?
The screen keeps sparks from jumping out. Hot sparks could start a fire.
We understand that some earthlings smoke. Can this be a fire hazard?
Yes, a burning cigarette or hot ashes can start a fire. People that smoke need to be very careful.
I have these safe ashtrays for people who smoke in my house. If someone forgets about their cigarette, it won't fall out of the ashtray.
People who smoke should know never to smoke in bed.
What are these, Big Red?
These are matches. People use them to light fires.
Do all people use matches to light fires?
No, just adults. Matches and lighters that are found by a child should be given to an adult.
We like that idea. Our children are important.
Let's go into the kitchen for more fire safety tips.
I know that we must be careful when we cook. Stoves get very hot.
Cooking pans should have the handles turned to the side on the stove so that small children won't be able to accidentally pull a hot pan down on themselves.
I bet that would hurt.
Yes, burns are very painful.
What if a fire starts inside a hot pan? How would you put it out?
The best way to put out a fire in a pan is to cover the pan with a lid and smother the fire. Then turn the burner off and let the pan cool.
I have a question, Big Red. Can electric appliances start fires?
Yes, they can. Small appliances should be unplugged when not in use and kept in good working condition. Never use more than 2 appliances from one outlet at the same time.
That's a silly question. I'm sure they don't.
What's silly?
Tron wants to know if Earth people sleep.
Yes, we do, usually at night.
What time of day do the worst fires happen?
Fires at night are the most serious because people are asleep and they may not be aware that a fire has started.
If there is a fire and people are sleeping, how do they wake up?
We have smoke detectors to warn us.
Smoke detectors?
Come into the hallway. I'll show you. A smoke detector is a device that is mounted on the ceiling outside sleeping areas.
What do they do?
When smoke enters the detector makes a loud noise which will wake sleeping people.
I test my detector once a month by pushing that red button.
Let me test it. That sure is loud.
To make sure they work, batteries should be replaced once a year.
How do people get out if there is a fire?
We teach everyone that if there is a fire in your home at night, or if you wake up from a smoke detector going off, you should get down on your hands and knees and crawl over to the door and feel it. If it is hot, do not open it.
Every bedroom has 2 exits. You must go to your other exit, which is probably a window. Crawl over to it. Climb out carefully. And go to your family meeting place in the front yard. If you are upstairs or high up off the ground, you'll need a special way to get to the ground.
Like an escape ladder.
Remember to go to your family meeting place so that when the fire department arrives, you can help them by telling them if everyone is out or if someone is missing.
The main job of a firefighter is to rescue. If someone is missing, firefighters will put on their air masks and we'll go in and search each room.
Remember to stay at your meeting place. Never go back into a burning home. Why, hello, Inspector Jim. Are you looking for Big Red?
Why, yes. Is he here?
Yes, he's right here in the living room next to the space creatures.
Oh, there you are, Big Red. Right next to the space creatures?
Hi, Jim. These are my new friends from the spaceship I saw earlier.
But...
It's okay, they're friendly. They just came here to learn fire safety.
That is important.
Yes, Jim. Fire safety is very important.
No, I mean about these space people.
Yes, it's important that we learn fire safety. Another question we have is, what should you do if your clothes catch on fire?
If your clothes catch on fire, you should stop, drop, and roll. And cover your face.
Why wouldn't you run to find help?
Well, if you were to run, the flames would get bigger. Rolling smothers the flames.
Stop. Drop. And roll. I'll remember that.
I'm sorry I doubted you, Big Red. There really was a flying saucer.
Oh, that's okay. I wish I could go in and look around, but it's too small.
We can fix that. Prepare the shrink controls for level 7.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this going to hurt?
No, stand still. It will only take a few seconds.
Wow, this is exciting. I'm actually inside a real flying saucer. Look at all the instruments and bright lights.
This ship is totally automatic. Once the controls are set, the ship travels to the pre-programmed location.
I'd better back up out of the way.
Careful! Big Red! Look out for that lever!
But it was too late. Big Red accidentally pushed the lever.
Help! What's happening? Let me out of here!
It's too late! You pushed the automatic takeoff switch, and we have to take off to our pre-programmed location.
Where are we going?
The computer was set for the planet Robotron. Turn the loudspeaker switch to on. Attention, Inspector Jim and Mrs. Brady. We are taking off by mistake. Big Red accidentally pushed the automatic takeoff switch. Our destination will be planet Robotron.
Oh no, Big Red is on board.
I'm okay, Jim. My friends said they can bring me back in a few days.
Take care of yourself, Big Red.
We'll miss you.
As the spacecraft took off and headed for the planet Robotron, Big Red was excited and looking forward to the new challenge on a new planet. But that's another story for another time.